This is the first time I've ever decided to make a video and
Put ice in it. I'll be
put
right
it
back
on
with one
YouTube.
without ice.
And in this video, I just want to ask all of you geniuses out there a couple of simple questions. The biggest question that I want to know is what do you think of the coronavirus, the pandemic, or as I like to call it, the scam-demic? Now, what I've noticed is that, you see this right here? This is food in a IHOP at a truck stop that I stopped in at just to prove my point. Now, there's a bunch of people, the media and stuff, that choose to say that you need to fear for your life. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And on top of that, you need to wear this, right? Now I want you to think about something. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense to me. I put together puzzles and stuff in my life. You know, those jigsaw puzzles, 5,000 pieces or whatever. I put those together before. And anytime that I put one of those puzzles together, on the front of the box there's a picture of whatever it is that I'm supposed to see once I complete this puzzle. And usually, at least when I make those puzzles, they are the exact same as whatever it is that's on that picture.
Take your time. I'll be your cashier right here when you're
Thank
ready.
you. However, that's not the case with this scam-demic. See, the picture that they paint is that you're going to get this stuff because it's airborne. It comes in through your eyes and stuff, and it's just going to kill you. I know it's kind of sort of like rude for me to just be eating and stuff while I'm doing this video, but I'm hungry. So anyway, there's a couple things that don't make sense to me, because this jigsaw puzzle isn't coming out the same as it is on the front of the box. You know, some stuff that doesn't make sense to me is if the scam-demic, pandemic, COVID-19, whatever, if it is what they say that it is, there's a couple things that don't make sense. Me sitting in this restaurant eating doesn't make sense. Not so much for me and me eating, but that the restaurant's even open doesn't make sense. I mean, allegedly, we have a pandemic, right? Allegedly, all these people have and are dying from this airborne virus, right? An airborne virus that comes in through your eyes and stuff. And so, if that's true, if what they say is real, then what in the blue blazes is America doing? See, if you have a pandemic that's killing all of these hundreds of thousands of people and stuff, to the point where they had to do mass graves. I've been to New York City not too long ago. I didn't I didn't see any mass graves. I didn't even see where they had them at. And believe me, I looked. But um, you know, they haven't came up with a cure for this disease yet, from what I understand. And the death toll is not the same. And if it is the same, it's not happening like it was. I mean, I remember back when this whole thing first started, I was seeing videos of people over in China falling dead as they were walking down the street. Or at least that's what they told me was happening. I never really knew what was really going on because, of course, all I get is what the media wants me to get, which is the same thing that all you guys get. So, anyway, as I said, this puzzle doesn't fit together. Does not fit together. Doesn't make any sense at all. And because it doesn't make any sense and it doesn't fit together, it makes me ask questions. It makes me ask a lot of logical questions. I'm a logical thinking person. And with me being a logical thinking person, I ask very logical questions. Question number one: if this is a pandemic, it's so deadly, etc., etc., why is it that this restaurant's open and I'm able to order food? I mean, think about it just for a second. Question number two. Question number two. If it's a real pandemic and it is as contagious and easily to catch as they have made it out to be, why is it that from the very beginning they've had Uber Eats and DoorDash and stuff? Uber Eats and DoorDash. Now, it only makes sense to me that if you have a pandemic, if you have any type of infectious diseases or whatever going on, and they're easily caught by other people, then you don't have restaurants open, and you sure as hell don't have random people going to other random people's houses delivering their food. I mean, if you do that, you'll mess around and get all the people sick at whatever restaurant, and you get all of the customers sick as well. If it is what they say that it is, why has the country been open? Why was there ever a date set or any of that stuff? Now, of course, you guys can say, oh, well, you know, the president's crazy and he was the one here, that's what he decided. Maybe. If this is what they say it is, why is it that they never stop flying planes? I mean, every day I see airplanes flying all over the place, even international flights. As a matter of fact, I got on 2 airplanes myself. The first airplane I got on, I flew from McCarran Airport in Las Vegas, Nevada, to Denver International Airport. I don't remember what type of plane it was that I was on. However, I thought that they were actually attempting to do social distancing on an airplane, which itself doesn't even make sense. Because from Las Vegas to Denver, if you did not get on the plane together, as in you boarded together, you were seated together, then you had 2 seats to yourself. Now, you may have somebody in front of you and somebody behind you, but there was nobody else in your seat. Well, when I got to Denver and I got on the plane, I got on the 777. I'd never been on one of those before. And the maximum capacity for a 777 is 360 people. There was 325 people on this plane. What about social distancing? How is it possible to practice social distancing on an airplane to begin with? Think about that. How is it possible to practice social distancing on an airplane? All the air circulates around. So if one person got it, guess what? Everybody else gets it. Now, if this is what they say it is, why is anything open? I mean, the hell with what people want to do. I don't care about your happiness if I'm trying to protect you from yourself. I mean, as a parent, I don't care about my children's happiness if I'm trying to protect them from themselves. So, how is it that the government has allowed anything to be open? There shouldn't be any beach. Do you remember these jokers took down all of the basketball goals? It was wintertime and they took down the basketball. In the wintertime, they took down the basketball goals. Yes, a little rude to talk with my mouth full, but I didn't think about that till just now. But anyway, all right. They took down the basketball goals to keep people from going and hooping because they may infect each other, right? But they never stopped the airplanes from flying. They've left restaurants open. They've done Uber Eats and what's the other one? Uber Eats and DoorDash and stuff. They have commercials on talking about support your local businesses. Don't let the businesses go under. You know, order food. Now, how can you care about people and their well-being while at the same time putting everybody in jeopardy? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if it's a pandemic and you haven't come up with a cure for the disease that's supposedly killing all of these people, that's so easily contracted, then stuff is supposed to be locked down and stay locked down, period. I find it mighty odd that the leader of the free world never wore a mask until July and had been around people that had or supposedly had the coronavirus. He's an old dude. Mike Pence is another old dude. Right? Old people, old rich white people allegedly caught the coronavirus, but they didn't die. They didn't die. Tom Hanks, he's a pretty old dude. He didn't die. His wife, she's a pretty old chick. She didn't die. Prince Charles, over in England, across the pond, he didn't die either. Now, of course, I say, oh, well, it's because they had great health care. Well, okay, they have great health care. I can get behind that, but I can't get behind that as the reason why they didn't die. The only reason why I think they didn't die is because either they didn't have it or it's not what they say that it is. Now, I know the sickliest person in the world. I mean, this lady, I'm not going to put her name out there, but if she sees this video, she'll know exactly who I'm talking about. This lady, a friend of mine, longtime friend of mine, she decided to have a surgery, an optional surgery, And I advised her against doing it, but she did it anyway. And when she went to have the surgery, she had all types of complications and stuff. And there was fluid on her lungs, around her spleen, and all of this good stuff. And well, she ended up having to have some other stuff done and a bunch of other surgeries. Well, eventually, what happened is they let her go home. And when they let her go home, she ended up getting more fluid and stuff around her lungs and everything, and they brought her back to the hospital. They did another procedure. Well, when they brought her back, they said, hey, you know what? We think you have coronavirus. And they took this lady and they put her in the coronavirus ward. Now, this particular lady has the weakest immune system of anybody that I've ever met in my life. I mean, I've never seen nobody get sick as easily and as quickly as this lady does. So they locked her up in the coronavirus ward with people snotting and phlegming and coughing and gagging and dying and all of this other stuff. She told me, she said, well, I don't think I'm going to make it out of here because they put me in the coronavirus ward. And I told her, I said, I'm going to pray for you. So, me being me, of course I prayed for her and stuff. And lo and behold, she ended up getting out. And when I talked to her after that, I asked her, I said, so do you have the coronavirus? She said, no. Now, that really made me start to ask some questions and feel some type of way. How is it that the sickliest person that I know, who has a compromised system already, goes and gets slammed in with all of the people that, that's right, air quotes, have the coronavirus and she doesn't get it? How is it that if the coronavirus is what they say it is, they're flying airplanes around? How is it? See, right now I'm at a truck stop. I stopped in this truck stop to eat some IHOP in my travels, and there's a whole bunch of trucks out on the road. A lot of trucks. I mean, I would dare to say thousands, tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of trucks out on the road right now as we speak, delivering stuff from here to there to wherever. But at the same time, Walmart, Kroger's, the dollar store, and some other places, they have shelves empty. And everybody's blaming everything on the coronavirus. They're blaming it on the scamdemic, COVID-19. That's why they're not getting their supplies. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that believe that. There's a lot of people that are not asking any of the right questions. You have people that's running around here so terrified that they're going to kick the bucket from this coronavirus stuff. And they're not even asking any real questions. They're not asking any logical questions. And they're running around with this on their face. Now, think about it just for a second. Alright. So I used to be in the military, and when I was in boot camp, we went into the gas chamber. And inside the gas chamber, in the military, what they do is they take these little tablets that look like Alka-Seltzer, and they stick them on a skillet that's on a hot plate. And they turn that hot plate on, and it starts spewing out all of this smoke and stuff, and you can smell it's funky. But like when you first go in there, you got on a mask, you got on a gas mask, military grade gas mask. Got a little thing over here, a little thing over here, you know. Or sometimes it just has one, whatever. And when that skillet is burning up, when it's burning up those Alka-Seltzer looking tablets, that stuff is coming off of there, all in the air. You can smell it through the mask. You can smell it, but it doesn't have any effect on you. Well, at some point, they tell you, they say, all right, when you take this mask off, you're going to have to say this, 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 and this, and then you're going to get out of here. So you take the mask off. As soon as you take that mask off, that stuff that you've been smelling, it starts lighting you up. I'm talking about it starts to hurt you bad. Coughing, gagging, spitting, flaming, tears everywhere, snot running out your nose. If you shave, then your shave spots is burning and everything. and you have to recite whatever this was. I can't remember, it's been so long ago. And then you have to run out of there. And then they rinse your face off or whatever. But most often, the drill instructors, or in my case, they were RDCs, Recruit Division Commanders. They were laughing because they had us flapping our arms all like this, like we were birds and stuff. You know, and they were out there, so they thought it was the funniest thing ever to watch us go out there like that. A military-grade gas mask is the only thing that would help to prevent the coronavirus or COVID-19, or you catching it or you giving it to someone else. To wear these paper masks, bandanas. I seen somebody snatch some drawers right off their butt and make a mask out of it. Look, I can take this right here. Give me 2 pieces of tape. Tape this over my face and say that this is my face covering. What in the blue blazes is this napkin going to prevent? You have people. I seen people. I live in Las Vegas, and I seen people in Las Vegas walking down the street by themselves with a freaking mask on. It's 100 and some odd doggone degrees. You're walking by yourself. Who are you going to infect? Who are you really going to infect? People have looked at me like I'm crazy as hell because I don't have this mask on. Fortunately, they leave me alone, I leave them alone. I mean, the thing is that if the mask is so good, why are you worried that I don't have one? You shouldn't. If the mask is protecting you, then don't worry about whether I'm protected or not. So, ask yourself, is it what they say it is? At no point during this video, or at no point since this whole situation has came out, have I ever said that it was not real. What I have said, what I am saying, and what I will continue to say is that it's not what they claim it is. You don't catch it the way they claim that you do, or as easy as they claim that you do. Because if you did, there's no way that they would worry about the economy. They'd say, screw the economy. We have to protect our people. Because the bottom line is that without people, you have no economy. Open your eyes, America. Think about what's really going on. Stop being sheep. Stop just following in other people's footsteps. Why is it that the news would tell you the truth? Why is it that our government would tell you the truth? Think about it. These are the same people that knew that Christopher Columbus did not discover America. Yet they taught it to me when I went to school, and I started going to school in the 80s. And they're still teaching the same thing today. All right. They're still teaching Christopher Columbus discovered America, even though they know it's a lie. So, my question is this: why would you ever trust someone that started off lying to you? When they first met you, they lied to you. Doesn't make any sense. How's there a coin shortage? How is there a coin shortage? The government makes the coins, and the coins are not made out of precious metals. Okay? They're not made out of precious metals. But somehow there's a coin shortage. Get out of here. People's hoarding up the coins. Get out of here. That doesn't make sense. Anybody that I know, they're always trying to get rid of their change, and the store's like, no, don't bring me all of that change. So, think about some stuff, man. It's not that hard. Open your eyes. Stop just believing whatever you're told. Really give some stuff some thought. Do some critical thinking. I'm gonna finish my food now. It still got cold and everything, but open your eyes, people. Don't fall for all the BS. Oh, also, lastly, before I go, riots and stuff. You know, the police are out just killing black people. There's a reason. There's a reason. There's definitely a reason. They're trying to create a race war. They have to be. I mean, I seen some white dudes do some wild stuff and the police never pulled a gun or nothing. Just the other day, a black man was trying to break up a fight, and he was walking back to his car and got shot up.